Hi, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy.
And
together we're the Rainbow Grannies. Hey! Hey, welcome here. We come here every Saturday and Sunday morning as we can at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. We're doing live on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. And welcome.
Hey.
We are in Pittsburgh, PA, and the weather today is kind of gray.
It looks kind of gray out there, you know.
But
gray. It's sunshiny in here. How about it?
Hey!
How about this? Can you imagine waking up every Saturday and Sunday morning this upbeat? How's that?
Like, I didn't even have my first sip of coffee yet. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You got yours?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Want to have a sip of coffee with me?
I did. This is my second cup.
And we got on here. Hello. Look, we're gonna put on YouTube here.
So let me tell you. Good morning over here on TikTok. How you doing? Hey, Rachel girl, and how you doing? I'm Toby. I see Toby. Something Toby Woodson. Her name, there's something about her name that just kind of sticks out. Or are we friends on Facebook too? Is that where I keep seeing your stuff? Did you go to the Michigan Women's Festival? Is that where I keep seeing your stuff? Tell me, Toby.
Okay. So I want to say hey to Levy, hey, and Kate. Say good morning, my favorite Rainbow Grannies. I saw the new Snow White movie the other day. It was amazing. You both will love it. We were just talking about that too, because we saw the advertisement for it, and we saw them on talk shows.
I think they should make an adult version. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see Snow White get it on.
I think they have adult versions. They're probably old ones, though.
I want to see
the new one.
Well, I'd like a new updated one. I'd like to see Snow White get it on with the seven dwarfs. And then the seven dwarfs getting it on with each other. And just all that. If something happens on TikTok and something happens.
You can find us on YouTube. It's still right. Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. That's where we'll be over here. Oh, my goodness. There. Can you see it now? All the little, wait. Oh, yeah, are they allowed to be called dwarfs in the new movie? Snow White and the seven little people? Is that what it's called? I mean, God knows I don't want to offend nobody, So somebody tell me, is it proper? What's the proper term for the new Snow White?
Because
movie?
In a way, I'm kind of surprised that they even made the movie.
Hey, Dublin, Ireland. I know, me too.
I'm surprised that they made the movie. I didn't think it would be appropriate
I think if
anymore.
I could have been able to write it, I think I would have just really been creative. I think. I
think I can see it now. Someone's going to give you an advance payment to write it, because you're going to have the adult version in yours.
Thank you for following. Make sure you're following over here on the YouTube channel too. Edie and Judy
Who plays
Rainbow
the evil
Grannies.
witch in it? Because that's probably not appropriate anymore either. But here we have it, the evil witch.
Yeah, or maybe it should have been an evil warlock.
Maybe it is.
That's
what I'm wondering. So who plays the evil witch in it?
So somebody tell me, does the new movie say Snow White and the seven dwarfs? Is it Snow White and the seven little people? Is it Snow White and the small man? Or how's it go? Because, of course we want to be appropriate, but we also want to have some fun.
And we are also old. I mean, there were some terms that I still don't know the new term because it's just ingrained from being 4 years old.
Applesauce says, do you remember a while back I was afraid to tell my family I was pregnant? You know what, Applesauce? I'm sorry, but no, I don't remember. But I say you must have told them. Did you tell them?
Did you tell them? And how is everything going now?
And when is the baby coming? And did you name the baby Edie? And, oh my God, I'm so excited. Please let me see the baby. Can I hold the baby? I love babies. Oh my God. I don't know what happens to us as older women. I mean, when I was young, I liked them. They were nice. But as older women, we are nuts about a baby. And I think it's so selfish of younger women to be in the grocery store and not just walk up to older ladies and say, do you want to see my baby? Or do you want to see it? Or will you hold the baby for me while I go to the bathroom or something? Oh my God.
Oh, we should probably make t-shirts that say,
I will hold your baby.
Grandma will hold your baby.
Oh yes.
And we should put our hands out like this. Grandma will hold your baby while you shop. Grandma will hold.
I'll walk
I mean, we
over.
won't hold him very long as we can.
You know, my legs and arms won't let me long, but just for a little while.
I mean, even if we sit
So
down
I'm
in a
still
chair,
waiting
we
to
can hold
find
him a
out
little bit.
if she had a baby, and did she tell the family about the baby? I want to tell everybody here, hey, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And together we're
with
the Rainbow Grannies.
Grannies.
We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and we are part of the LGBT plus community. That's Edie and Judy right there. And
Here
that's
we
the
go.
Pittsburgh Pirates in support.
And I got to sneeze. I'll be right back.
Here, you know what happens when she sneezes? I have to help her. Hey, thank you very much for the gifts, Queen Bee. Thank you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I have the tissues over here. Let's see. The Atlanta Spider-Man. Hope you have a cool weekend. Well, you know what? We will. We're not gonna do much today because we're going in a few weeks. We're going away. Oh, Maggie, we're in Pittsburgh too. We're going away. We're going to Seattle, and I'm so lucky. We're going to Seattle for Judy's work, but I get to tag along and like just have fun. You know, I get to take a nap in a hotel room or go over to where she's working and eat some of their fun food, you know. And it's nice. Brighton Heights outside the north. Okay. Let's see. Hi, it's Denise. Thank you, Denise. Seattle is beautiful. We were there last year, and we've had pretty much everybody. I asked online people to suggest what all kind of activities there was in Seattle, and I'm actually talking like some grown folks stuff. You know, we want some fun grown folks stuff. But it turns out that we did quite a bit of the stuff last year. You know, we rode the Ferris wheel. We went to Pipes Peak. We actually hit a drag show. We hit a drag king show, which was wonderful.
Right, drag
you know,
king
and
show.
it was only a couple blocks
First
from
show
our.
was at 8 p.m. our time, and the place was filled with people.
Yeah, and it was like only a few blocks from our hotel, so we could actually walk there. And
even
know,
at 8 p.m., we were about the only old people. You know, still everybody was younger.
Yeah.
They had two or three shows that
and
night.
we went and had some really good food while we were there, so it's great. You know, let's see. Oh my God, you two are adorable.
So I've got a question.
Hey, Stacy, you're adorable too.
I've got a question. So, have you ever seen on the news where one of the anchors had to sneeze or had a coughing fit, or in those morning magazine TV shows, to sneeze or have a coughing fit?
I have seen them suffer. I've seen them like.
I mean, it makes me wonder. Like, do they take all these cold medicines and everything to stop it up? To stop it up before they go on the air?
No, I doubt it. They don't have a cat sleeping on their head.
Oh, maybe.
Have you heard of Hungary's government banning Pride?
No.
I'm so sad.
I
haven't heard of it. They can
up.
ban Pride out there, but they can't ban it in here.
You can't ban it in your heart.
So, no matter what they say out there, you have a little Pride celebration right there in your house. I don't know what kind of gay community you have or what kind of friends you have or whatever, but there ain't nothing wrong. They can't say that you can't bake some cookies right there in your own house, have some chips and dip and a few maybe rainbow colored drinks and stuff like that. Right. And go ahead and have your friends in there and have your own little Pride celebration. Right. You know, F them. Okay, and if something happens,
thing we can't even express ourselves.
Yeah, if something happens and we end up getting knocked off, we remember we're Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube. So you should make sure you go to my profile right now before anything happens, because when TikTok says it's gone, then click on my thing, and that'll automatically add you to our thing. See, I have enough trouble trying really hard to focus. You know this. Thank you very much, Destin.
There we go. Hey, Nick, good morning to you too. Nick is here on YouTube also. So somebody was saying you're asking about Snow White, and somebody said that they're mythical characters or something like that. And so that's why everything was okay.
Oh, yeah? So you're allowed to call them Snow White and the seven little men? So in the new version, because the only person that went to see it so far, I think, is Kate. Because things are so much updated and modern and stuff, is any of the dwarfs or little men or whatever I'm supposed to call them, is any of them of the LGBT community? You know, is there like one or two of them that you can tell must be like, you know how you can tell somebody got a little wiggle in their walk or something like that, right?
Yeah, so is it still, Sleepy and Grouchy and all them, or they new, different characters?
Well, they're probably still sleepy and grouchy and everything, but can you tell? Surely.
Out of all of them.
That's right. That's
surely.
what I'm talking about, Destin. Out of all of them, there got to be at least a couple of them that are. And then you figure, I don't know. If I'm sitting in the woods, I mean, I think even if I was supposedly straight, if I was living my life in the woods in a cabin with 7 other women, eventually
something might happen.
that's like that's like that prison thing. You know what I mean? How they say gay in jail, like you're prisoning. Flamey, also Flamey dwarf. That's what I'm talking about. Flamey dwarf.
Flamey dwarf. Yeah, so if you were to write it, it would be altogether different, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we have Tanya here saying hi from another Rainbow Granny. My grandbaby called me Gaga.
Hey, I'm Gammy.
And I'm Softa. Yeah. But on here, we're the Rainbow Granny.
Yep. So, I think that's a good one, though. Flamey dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You need
a tablet again and paper and pen.
Where does it go? Because I have it here and I never move it away. It's got to be somebody else that's moving it because I never move it.
Gammy is cute. They like Gammy.
Yeah. Oh, Gammy, it's yes, we are in PA. It is so much fun when we talk to our little granddaughter that lives in London and she has the cutest little British accent. And then she'll say, Gammy, and she'll tell me something. And it is just her little accent is so cute. Let's see, got a little wiggle in their walk. Yes. That's from
that was the old days for you, huh?
So me too. Thank you guys very much. For anybody that doesn't know us, I'm Edie and she's Judy, and we're the Rainbow Grannies, and we're lucky enough to get up every morning, every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8:00 in the morning, and come on here and have our coffee and chit chat with you. Apollo needed the tablet. That's what I'm talking about. He probably took it or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see what else.
So Tanya's from outside Pittsburgh, north of Pittsburgh. Oops, sorry, I bumped your head. Oh no.
I think I need mouth to mouth. I'm passed out. I passed out. Did you see how I passed out? She hit me in the head and I passed out. So now I need mouth to mouth. Or better than that.
Hey, Shannon, good morning to you too.
Do we have plans this weekend? We're not really going to do much because we're trying to stay away from the rest of the world out there so that that's what
get away from crowds.
Sleeping Beauty. Oh, they said I was Sleeping Beauty because you knocked me out in the back of my head. Right. I think there's something, a Sleeping Beauty, she ate the apple, right? And that's what knocked her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the new version.
Well, Snow White ate the apple.
Well, Sleeping Beauty, how did she go?
No. Well, how did Sleeping Beauty end up sleeping too?
Didn't Sleeping Beauty have an apple too? Right? But anyway, the new version would involve Sleeping Beauty getting hit in the back of the head. And when she wakes up, she's in a beachfront condo.
So
being made love to by all the dwarves.
Is the new Snow White still for little kids or is it for like older people? I mean, I know it's not an adult movie, but is it still like cute for little kids or is it for grown kids?
It's later out.
All of them, yes, all of them.
My weekly dose of happy fun. Thank you. I finally got vehicles out of the river. Oh my God. Yeah, that's been a long time.
Oh, Kissy.
Thank you very much for all the gifts. Let's see. Good morning, beautiful souls. Oh my God. Hi. Let's see. Love seeing LGBT. We love seeing LGBT too.
Next time, Edie's raunchy fairy tale.
You know what? If I wasn't so busy making crafts and taking naps, I'd probably write something like that. What was that quote I gave Megan yesterday? Oh, when retired, there's only one time to worry about. And that's nap time. The rest of the time, it don't even matter. It's just time. Well, I like daytime and nighttime. There's daytime, nighttime, and nap time.
So Kate said the movie's for both. I will say the Queen is very scary though, so it might be a little too scary for children.
Oh, well, we have to just say that, if the dwarfs could get a hold of her, is it proper to say dwarfs when we're talking about the movie? I do not. God knows. I don't want to, be wrong, because I think it's not an appropriate term nowadays. I think it's little people. So Snow White and the little people.
Look at for the last.
Where you at?
Warwick. I'm trying to read their name here. They're saying love theme, LGBT love, especially love that stays. Oh. I know we so old. You think it stayed since we were in our 20s, but we only met, 11 years ago.
Let's see. We only have one life. Enjoy it and spend it the way you want. That's right, Sam Tucker. If you say that fast 3 times, his name. Oh, it's some Tucker. Okay. Here, thumbs. It's
some Tucker.
It's some Tucker. So say it fast 3 times. Some
Tucker.
I think we could probably make it better. Hey, thank you very much for all the new followers. Can you do me a favor, everybody here? Tap, 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 tap that screen. Tap, tap. Thank you for all the love and the gifts. Tap the screen so we can make those numbers go up. All right, we got one of them cups of coffee. I had put in a thing this morning for the cups of coffee, and it's like some kind of, it asked for me to put a thing in so that we could get cups of coffee. What are your hobbies? Well, I'm a flirt. That's a hobby.
You're a flirt? Yeah, that is a hobby.
But I do actually like to make stuff. Like right now, we've been making, here, wait, grab one of my flower pots. I've been making flower pots. So I'm always making something.
That.
See, that's one of my little flower pots that I'm making, So that's one of the things I'm making right now. And we have tons of flowers and plants back here. I'm growing all kind of herbs and tomatoes and everything because
you can even see behind us here. We can park a little ways.
You wasn't expecting that, I'll bet. Well, I mean, it is. I mean, I'm real. I used to be a dental technician, and I made dentures for 43 years, and I had to have both my shoulders replaced. So in that, I still have in me the desire and the love for making stuff, but I just can't
make it. I mean, you can't even work for like 20 minutes at a time without the arms holding. It's tough.
Right. Even this morning, just setting this up, it's a killer. So Judy, her hobby
is like kayaking.
But Judy's also a playwright and a poet. So she also has a real job. So here, move in a little bit more towards me, Judy. So if by chance, if she has some downtime, her downtime, since she has a real job, is spent writing poems and plays and stuff like that. So that's her thing. I can't imagine Judy sitting and trying to make a flower pot. Last night she sat here and talked to me a little while I made up mine.
Yeah, but I did wish I had a lifetime for everything I want to do. I was just telling you about that yesterday. I want a lifetime making sculptures, like large sculptures, or a lifetime being a photographer for National Geographic.
Yeah.
Traveling all over the world taking photos, right? I would love that kind of stuff.
Shannon says that she paints and makes jewelry and crochets and plays games on the PC and switch to. I never got into playing any of the games. I do play little. I don't like to play nothing that you got to think hard. Nothing you got. I just want to chill. Let's see. I need to see the pictures. Pictures of what? I must have missed whatever.
Kayaking is cool, but so much stress on the muscles.
Well, last time we went kayaking, we have a tandem.
Yeah.
And I got to sit in the back and hold on to my fishing pole. And Judy does the rowing. And it is so nice. I'm telling you, this is another thing that has blessed me. To have myself a woman that is strong enough. And every once in a while, I'll help her paddle a little bit to get us like out of like a rut or something.
Way stronger than me. When she paddles, at least in the old days before all the surgery, she paddled, zoom, we went. It's like,
My indoor
Dang.
plants are growing really good. If I had a chance to, really show you, can't believe I was looking at this last night. Look at our lettuce, Judy. Did you see how big the lettuce is getting?
Yeah.
We're gonna. I bet in another week or so we'll be having a small salad.
That would be great.
We should be having a small salad and show it online while we're
That's
eating.
true. So Diana is here. Had been here for a while. Hey, Diana.
Hey, Diana, how you doing?
I keep
It's good to
forgetting
see
we're
you.
reading down here, but we're looking at the camera up here. I keep forgetting.
So, Judy, your kayaks are.
And then what?
Your
Kayaking
hobbies.
and then what? Hobbies?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I like playing the drums and I like playing the piano, and I look at these as hobbies because they're not things that I'm good at, but I have fun doing them.
Right. Nobody pays her. She just does.
And hiking and exploring. Hobby of mine is just exploring. We both like to explore, which is nice.
I love exploring. We went a couple weeks ago and found this cemetery that was pretty much abandoned, and it's like down over a hill in these weeds and stuff. And boy, was that fun! There's stones down there from 18 something and everything. And it's sad when you see a cemetery that's abandoned like that, but it's also calming because it's like, okay, nobody's down here messing with it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it,
Well, yeah, and I like looking at old cemeteries, looking at old dates, old dates. And that kind of exploring is cool. Like I was in Boston and I found tombstones from the 1600s. And they would have like the crossbones on and a skeleton head because that was the only art that artists were allowed to do then was on the tombstones. Just amazing. And there was one that was just in the corner of this yard, this cemetery. It's just
so Diana visiting Texas right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she said it's so good to be away from the cold weather.
I bet.
And Lou says, "Gal, I gotta love you. You're gonna love Yorkshire when you come and visit. So much to explore." Let's see. Well, it takes a little while. Can you do me a favor? I can't even believe I'm asking you again. There's 16,000 likes on here. We need to pull this up to at least 25 easy. So all I need for everybody here, there's 50 of you. For everybody, just tap, 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 tap on your screen. And when you tap on your screen like that, it cranks them numbers up. And when you crank them numbers up like that, over here on my, look, over here on,
the granny. Okay.
Oh my God! They're watching my arm fat jiggle on YouTube. When you tap like that on the screen, tap on the screen, it brings it all the way up, and then that shows the algorithm that Edie and Judy, Rainbow Grannies, are out here having fun. Hey, Chris Cooley, how you doing? He's my sweetie. I think if I ever left Judy for a man, it would probably be Chris Cooley.
Yeah.
Because he's got a dog and I don't have to take care of it.
Hey, Nate, good afternoon to you. Nate's here also, Disney.
You'd sneeze like that too if you slept with a cat on your head.
Yeah, my hubby and I just celebrated 18 years, and my girlfriend and I celebrated a year and a half.
Congratulations, Katie.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, that sounds nice,
And hey,
you good? I know you're
in the house.
Hey, France, how you doing, Maverick? It's good to see you. So,
Katie, I never thought about that. You're in a polyamorous relationship. You got more anniversaries to remember.
God. You better put them on Facebook because that's the only way I can remember. Thanks for the gifts. Whenever you give gifts, we love it for one because, it all goes in this little tiny piggy bank and TikTok sends it to us. So, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough to buy like pizza and stuff. Oh my God, this is my goal when I am 60. It's my goal when I'm 62. Oh, that's right. I am 60.
Yes, you are.
You know what? I did wonder, I never thought about it, but when I did start like dating, like people like Judy, it was like, we're just dating, just somebody fun and, going out and having dinner and, maybe to the club and stuff where we dance a little bit and stuff. You remember when we were doing that stuff?
Yeah.
And it was so nice and everything. But I never thought anything about like spending the rest of my life, with somebody. And so then after a while, it got to be where Judy was a lot of fun. And I knew that she was, like I've said before, secure. And I mean, because I had this, it was this young lady had contacted me and I was going to go visit her. I was gonna spend a little time with her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? This young lady that had contacted me. You know, just listen to the story. You
well, I was reading while you were talking, but then I heard young lady. I don't know. Like,
she said, "Yeah, right." You know, it was a young lady 100 years ago. She contacted me, and it was when me and Frida was still hanging out and everything. Frida was an old friend of mine that passed away, and so I'm hanging. This girl sends me this message, and she wants me to come visit. And I think she lived like in McKeesport or something like that, right? And I was going to go visit her, and she had like 4 kids, right? And I remember Frida looked at me and she said, "Are you that desperate that you go hook up with this young lady?" I mean, the woman was like 30 years old with 4 kids, you know? That's only because you know what I wanted. You know what I wanted. And I was going to drive all the way to McKeesport, fight my way through 4 kids, bring them all McDonald's sandwiches or something like that, just so I could. You know.
So did you go, or did Frida talk you out of it?
Frida talked me out of it.
Yeah. So we have in the past, it wasn't possible to see people like us growing old together, and we're so blessed we can now.
Yes, it is, Lou. Yes, it is. And then we get a chance to share our humor and everything, and our little stories and stuff, you know, with people. You know.
Nate says, you know, he loves coming on because it puts a smile on his face when he doesn't feel like smiling. So he's saying to you, you don't look a day over 46.
Thank you, Nate. You.
And Diana, you're saying you're trying to tap and you don't see the heart popping up, but we're seeing a bunch of hearts coming up. This is on YouTube. So on YouTube,
I can't tap the screen because
I guess with your cursor.
Oh, okay.
You can do it.
Yeah, with your cursor, go over where that heart is down there on the bottom, on the right hand side.
You can click on the heart.
Yeah, so I see a lot of hearts coming up. That's good. Thank you, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. Tara says, "You guys are sweet." Thank you very much, Tara.
Kelly said, "I don't miss dating at all."
Oh, me neither, Kelly. Me neither. It's very expensive. Judy and I date each other all the time.
Good morning.
You know, and it's kind of pricey
Salty.
too.
Good morning, Salty.
You know, I mean, because whoever messes up and says, "Do you want to go to have breakfast?" is the one that has to pay.
Right.
And so,
but at least we eat little enough that we can often share breakfast if we remember, because we each get a separate breakfast and we take half of it home. So we're really a pretty economical date at this age.
I don't know, because every time I go to dinner, you know,
well, prices are up now.
It can be awful expensive. Kelly and I met my wife when I was 16, and I'm so glad I missed out on the dating nonsense. Well, you know, I've been through a marriage and out of that and everything, and Judy the same. And what we learned from that is, one of the things we learned from that, somebody says you got to have property to date 2 women, but one of the things we learned from that is, you know how, like with children, you tell them don't touch the stove or you will burn your fingers. And sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. And that's the same with, you know, people as you're growing. When you say, you know, be careful, watch that woman, she's dangerous. But no, some of us don't learn. You have to find out for yourself. And so we go through all these experiences through life, and we realize that we don't like this, we don't like that, we do like this, we do like that. And the only way we can come to that conclusion is to experience some ups and downs in life.
Now, I know somebody, I think she might be even in her 70s now, and she met her wife when she was 15. They met very young, and she was 15 years old and stayed with this person all her life. And all I can imagine, they probably also had the ups and downs in relationship, but they knew what a commitment was. And doesn't mean a commitment that you're unhappy together forever after, but a commitment to that, you know, you create a family and there are ups and downs, but you're happy and can count on each other.
So Liz said she had a gross teenage boyfriend, but she grew out of that quickly. I understand that. Hey, Tippy, thank you for being the newest follower. Yeah.
So somebody said here that you have to be rich to have 2 girlfriends.
But I also see experience and experiment. Now, I believe in that too. You know, because I mean, if we wouldn't have went through all that, then you wouldn't know. You know, I don't think you would know. You know, like certain things really bother you or irritate you. If you didn't try to eat seafood, you wouldn't realize you don't like seafood. You know, if I didn't try to eat carrots, I would, you
know
know,
that they make you cry.
I don't like carrots at all.
So Diana here, she says this is to you, Edie. So you were a player. I'm glad you settled it, Judy.
I wasn't a player.
Yeah,
I'm just charming. And I love it. I love being charming.
And Diana saying, yeah, omelet big enough for two.
Yep. Yeah, and they can be, you know.
And Nate is
Hey,
being
Jazz, thanks.
all truthful when he says that you don't look in a day over 46.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sweetie Nate. Let's see. I'm grateful for meeting her so young that I grew up together. That's from Lou. Yeah. And then M says, thank you for paving the way for us younger gays. I appreciate you guys. Well, thank you, M. Thanks for coming on here every Saturday and Sunday morning and hanging out with us and having some coffee. So are you guys having coffee today, or what are you drinking? Drinking something good, hopefully. Yeah. It's kind of early in the morning for anything hardcore.
Yeah, Nate's having an apple juice, but I think Nate doesn't drink coffee anyway. But what's an adult apple juice? Did that have a splash of something in it?
I think you'd probably put vodka in it, but there was a time I put vodka in everything.
Yeah.
And water. I like water and vodka.
Shannon got coffee. She's drinking coffee. Energy drink.
Mm. So do you really think out of an energy drink that you really get energy? Do you feel this? And anybody that has any kind of questions you would like to ask, all you have to do is type them on the screen there. We'll answer your questions, or we'll also share them so that other people will have some idea of something they would like.
Answer them. And it's funny when you look at us and say, thank us for paving the way, but I'm always looking at the generation before us who paved the way. I remember
Ohio accountant. Is your name happen to be Sherry? I can't remember if that's who you are.
So you know each other from Ohio?
I don't know. Let's see. I know Judy is a reader, but what about Edie? No, I don't read. I read, very little. I don't have a desire for it or nothing. No. I'm a creator. These are the hands of an artist.
The other thing. But you do like audiobooks. I mean, that's the thing. I think rather than sitting there and reading, you like to always be doing something, but you would have audiobooks on and documentaries on and stuff like that to listen to.
Okay. Lou says, do you have role models?
Role models? Each other?
No. You probably have somebody from back in the day.
Role model.
I don't. My life is so different from anybody's life that I've ever known before. My mother, I would say, was kind of a role model because she had a good, kind heart and looked out after, everybody around her. So that is something that I try to make sure. Let's see.
Yeah, and I would say my dad was a role model for me because he was always so positive about things, positive about people, and he was just a doer. Like if something needed done, he was there to help you. And so I definitely model, he was definitely a role model. A lot of my role models are writers.
So when you met, did you have a list of what you wanted? I had a list of what I didn't want. I look at myself as pretty darn flexible, I think, but I didn't want anybody that had children under the age of 14, which now that I've come to the reality here, I really didn't want anybody that had children that were still living 18. They were still living at home, and I wanted somebody that had a job, one that was able to take care of themselves, because I didn't want nobody that had to lean on me and I had to take care of or worry about them and everything. And I'm so glad that Frida, my good friend, talked me into not going to see that lady with them 4 kids, because I'd probably went in there, fell into it, and been like,
more kids.
Good Lord,
And I don't think that I had a list, because actually when I met Edie, I wasn't looking for anybody then to date, but my list was just wanting to meet, I wanted to meet somebody around my age who'd like to go out and do things and have fun. And that's why I think I kind of stopped looking, because everybody my age didn't want to go out and have fun. Everybody I met, they were just satisfied to work, go home, and not call it a day. So I stopped looking, but then I met Edie, and here I was with somebody who liked to go out on adventures. likes to go out and do things, and that for me, and I find it interesting, this question, because you and I had talked about some people who they have a list, and the list is the person got to be 6 feet tall, be a lawyer, have brown eyes, and when they don't find out it's that person, it's like they can't find anybody,
boobs,
right?
And
I think it's got to be kind of the big picture of what you want, like what is the emotional
I like somebody make me laugh.
Huh?
I like somebody make me laugh, make me smile and feel warm, and that's and so Tara's saying, do we both have children? Yes, we do. I have 2 children. They're all grown up. My son is 37 and my daughter is 33, and they both have very good careers. And Judy has a daughter that's just turned 40, and we have grandchildren and stuff. So we just like everybody else almost, except for we are funner. Gosh, are we fun?
We still like to go out and have adventures.
Yes. We don't do the club and stuff. I've been wanting to, but my knee hurts. And I know unless I can get there and be guaranteed a seat, I can't go. I would like to go because I would like to occasionally dance, but if I can't, so this is so. Let's see what else is here. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, and we got, let's see, at 9:00 we got a little surprise for you. So we're going to start a little thing at 9.
I do miss dancing in the energy of a club.
Yes. Yeah, I do too. I do. I miss dancing and then being out there, and I miss like smiling and carrying on. I mean, I am a flirt. I love flirting. I absolutely love it. It's just, but I don't do too much of it now. Well, yes, I do. I do it every Wednesday when I go to my senior group. I mean, men, women, anybody, I'm flirting with them all. Because I love the feeling that flirting gives me and gives them. When this is what I think. When you flirt with people, it builds them up, like it makes them feel good. They get kind of warm, she thinks I'm nice and everything. And I just
Edie flirts with everybody. When we have a police officer come to the house to check out something for us, and she starts flirting with him. Hey, do you work out? Will you work out? Can I work out with you? Because he was buff, and it was like.
Yeah, well, I thought he could be like kind of like my personal trainer. I thought maybe I could, I thought it would be like a goal to him to be able to take somebody, like me and be able to mold me into like, boom, a powerhouse, of solid muscle and trim and looking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, everything I asked for.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you very much. Yeah, in a little while, like I said, Edie got her own bodyguard. She's not that bad. Sometimes she sounds like it,
Bodyguard?
You sound like what? You're kind of like, who is that? What is this? What? You're doing that.
Yeah, I'm curious for stories. I'm not like being protective.
Oh, okay.
Like I heard you say, doing something or other with some young woman. It's like, who? What's the story? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm not possessive because it's kind of like if Edie doesn't want to be with me, then she won't be.
Be careful what you're. Let's see.
But she wants to be with me.
Right. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
That's right.
I'd be somewhere with some young woman with 4 kids and they're all like, well, we having a Big Mac today, and oh my God, it would ruin my whole gardening thing too. Because we're looking at that little clump of lettuce there. We're gonna have a salad. Oh my God!
Knocked down on the floor. The dirt all rubbed into the carpet.
Let's see.
Actually,
how do you stay insane with the current events? Well, I'll tell you.
One thing is we do this,
yes,
and like not even think about the current events. So we get a break for a couple
There's not a
hours.
damn thing we can do about it, honestly. To tell you the truth, there's not a damn thing we can do about it. I mean, we can go out and do all the protesting and all that kind of stuff that people want to do and everything like that. But for us, what we do in order to help our sanity and to help your sanity is we come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning. We have coffee with the Rainbow Grannies and we lighten it all up. We have a good time. We have our coffee. We just like, we let you guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can ask us questions about, what it's like to be old lesbians.
Oh, they were talking about your buff police guy, not me. Yeah, the buff police guy would be your personal
Oh yeah.
guard.
Thank you for the new followers and everything. Oh yeah, this is why people come on here. They come on here because they can go anywhere and listen to that crap all day, you know. But this is where we're like just having fun talking about like Snow White and the Seven Little Men, you know, and that's what we want to know, you know. What was the name of that gay one? Did you write that down?
Flaming dwarf?
Yeah, the
Flamey
gay,
or Flamey? Maybe
Flamey.
Flamey.
I don't know, Flamey dwarf. I think that sounds cute as can be. Snow White and the seven little men, or the six little men and Flamey Dwarf.
There we go.
You know, we just don't even know. Thank you very much. Let's see, you're from Florida. Well, congratulations. Are you going to be down there at the Disney? Are they having Disney Pride this year? We don't even know. Let's see.
Snow White and her 7 gay friends. What a
chosen
chosen family.
Yes. I think Snow White would have liked to have an occasional visitor, though. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe Snow Black. Snow Black. Yeah. Snow Black would have come over and visited Snow White, and they could just have one old snowy blizzard. You know what I'm talking about.
And just make them rainbows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I have no idea.
Snow White and 7 allies.
Yes, that's cute. That's cute.
Oh, Disney's
What's going on here?
So, Nate wanted to know how far Nebraska is from Pittsburgh. It is far. It is far because Nate's from the UK, so he doesn't really have a picture of this.
Right. It's a long way away. I've never been to Nebraska. I think I heard it. I think I had a cousin lived in Nebraska, or no, she lived in Iowa, and there was, what do you call it? Corn allergies really bad there. She had corn allergies.
Nebraska or Iowa?
She lived in Iowa. Is Nebraska close to?
I think so.
I don't know.
So let's see. Jim said, I know that's what I like my man with a little muscle. I bet you do, Jim.
Little muscle. Hey, Jim, thank you very much for joining us. For everybody that just came in on our
Slim is here also. Good morning.
On our YouTube. Thank you very much for coming over here because we've got to try to make sure we balance this all out here. Can you do me a favor on YouTube? And if you're over here, can you minimize your chat and click on the thumbs up? And in that way, it'll help with the algorithm too over here on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is recorded. So anything that happens and stuff, and anything that's said, and say you like it, say you have a good time while you're watching us, right? Mm-hmm. You can watch us later on, or you can say to your friend, wait, I saw these 2 old ladies that are part of the LGBT plus community, and boy, was they fun. Mm-hmm. And there we are. And all you have to do is bring them on over there. Our channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
So when did baseball season start? You see, I'm always
right now baseball they're having
because I know they're having the tryouts and everything.
Well,
not the tryouts, whatever it's called.
Yeah, down there. So I suggest my son lives in Bradenton, and I suggested that maybe he'd take his son to a baseball game. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He had his nerve to tell me.
What?
He said it's too slow motion. It's boring. Can't get into it no more. Can't watch it. So I know that if you come to Pittsburgh and you watch the Pirates play there, even if you don't watch the game, it's got a beautiful view. Absolutely. That's like almost the best view in the whole city is sitting at the stadium looking out over the city like that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So when our grandson
is what you call football.
So when our grandson comes this summer, maybe that
take him to some games.
Yeah. No, one. I can't do too much of it. But we go to one game and I'll get to sit there and enjoy the view, and we'll have snacks. We'll eat lots of snacks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Nate's going to be in Nebraska next May. That's why he's asking. Wow, what's happening in Nebraska?
How old is he? Well, our grandson is 11, and we have a grandbaby that's 3. She's getting ready to turn 4. And then we have a grandson that's getting ready to turn 16. My daughter is engaged to a young man, and he has a 16-year-old. So that's where he is. Let's see. Good morning from Chicago. Hey, good morning, Kiki. How you doing? My grandma was a Braves fan.
I'm a Pirates fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she can't help but be a Pirates fan. Anytime a baseball team will provide this cool gear, this
That's right.
pride gear. I mean, you gotta
That's right.
support them. Morning, music woman. It's good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Tara. Oh, that's sweet. I have one grandson, and he's two. Yeah, they are funny. They are just so funny when they're little like that and everything.
And
So,
here someone says, I'm a Rays fan. And
so good morning, lady Sparkle. How you doing? I have three boys,
20,
28, 23, and 19. Congratulations, Tara. That you know what? I mean, they can be so much fun. I think it comes to a time though, it's the truth though, because we're older and we don't have to deal with all that daily stress of raising children. I mean, and
mm-hmm,
like packing lunches or worried about, lunch money or and all that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I think it's just like fun to be like just kind of laid back. Just
Yeah. It's just nice being this kind of like I'm looking forward to taking kids to sandcastle, the water slide and
oh yeah.
going out to a ball
Did
game
you
and
see where
hanging out in the
the
backyard
same
and playing
company
games.
that owns Dollywood just bought Sandcastle and Kennywood?
Oh, really?
Yes, and they also bought Idlewild Park.
I wonder if they'll start making the prices affordable.
Well, the big thing is, I seen where a lot of people were like, boy, I hope they, bring it back to the old days. Well, I think if anything, Kennywood could stand to be stepped up. And what I would
Mm,
like to see when you talk about the old days is to see a little less violence that we have to worry about. But
okay.
when I said that to somebody, they did bring up the point that even at Disney and all those places, you have to go through metal detectors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not unusual that
Yeah.
we'd have to go through them at a small park like that, you know? So there was a lot of rides they were hoping that they'll bring back, but
Uh-huh.
they did do something I saw already. They made it where you can buy your tickets for these amusement parks and have them on your phone, like your season
Yeah.
pass. And then that
Yeah.
way you don't have to go there. You don't have to do nothing. You just show up and scan your phone and away you go.
Yeah. Well, that would be good.
Yeah. So they
That'll be
already did
good. So
that.
we do have a question here that says, "What's your secret to lasting 11 years?"
Duct tape?
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
No, I mean I don't think 11 years is. I mean I was married the first time 20 years, so this is no, this is not really hard. I mean it's not hard. I don't have to really put any real work into it. I'm just
Mhm.
here. We're
I
just
think we're
here.
also older and we've learned our lessons from past
Well, and
relationships.
that's what we were
You
saying
know?
about past relationships earlier is learning from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It's not that you like to have a whole bunch of history as
Right.
far as old relationships and stuff go, but you do learn that, there's certain things that are just not tolerable for you. So when you go into these relationships, into a new relationship, right off the bat,
Yeah.
you know certain things that you've learned along the way that are just
Mm-hmm.
so communication is good. Yes, it is key. But I don't even think well, yeah, we do have to sit down because we did it this week. We had to sit
Yeah.
down and have a moment where the whole world stopped for
Mm-hmm.
a second, and
Mm-hmm.
Judy and I took time to talk about things that we needed to talk about.
Yeah.
So do me a favor, right up on the top of your screen there's a heart. Put your finger on that heart and that'll make like a little heart jump on our heads. Go ahead.
Making sacrifices. The other people have answers here too. Making sacrifices for each other. Communication is key, and
There we
it's not
go. There's
always
a little heart on
easy.
my head. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. And what else? What else do all of you on here have about saying what makes a relationship last?
Yeah. What do you do? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. Even if you would just put in how many years you've had with the relationship and what you feel helps make them work because people learn off of everybody else here too, not
Yeah.
just us.
So here, Jim saying I had a breakup with my boyfriend because he did nothing but drank all the time, and when he drank, he became nasty. So I felt that wasn't the relationship for me. I deserve better.
Jim, you
Right?
are absolutely right.
Absolutely.
I mean, and opposed to definitely not being with someone that's not nice to you. You have
Right.
to, I mean, you have to be with somebody that's nice to you, because and alcohol is not an
Yeah.
excuse to be mean to somebody.
Right.
I'm glad that you found the courage, Jim, to say, I deserve better. I deserve more. We all need to figure this out along the way. I deserve better and I deserve more, because a lot of us will put up with shitty relationships with people that mistreat us and treat us like crap and everything, because we don't think we deserve better. We think we're just lucky that he took time out to talk to me, or just lucky enough she's looking at me. You know what? We deserve to have the best. And I tell you, the old saying, I'm going to mess up this old saying here.
Okay.
But it is better to be alone and happy than to be with somebody and be miserable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we all know this, If you don't know it, you better hear what I'm saying, and hear what I'm saying to you now.
So Shannon is saying, my last relationship ended because she wanted to bring a third person in, and I said no. She then went out and had an affair. I deserve better and won't stand for that.
That's right.
True. But we've got some folks on here on TikTok I want to read, because they're looking at how it is working. So let me scroll back here. My wife is my best friend and love hanging out with her. Fun is so important. 11 years together. Yeah,
Thank you.
Together for 22 years, married for 16, we'll be 17 in August. 11 years, about to be 12 years. We continue to grow together and not apart. There we go.
Right.
So,
I just think support too. Judy supports almost everything I do. Like when I come up with these crazy ideas that all of a sudden I decide I want to be a gardener this year. She's just like, sounds good to me. I can't wait to eat something that grew out of the garden.
I'm so excited.
Just support. Or like if I decided I want to paint, hey, she's right there. So I think just I have someone that's so supportive, really helps.
Here we have 34 years married, 40 years as friends, and been with my loving husband for 33 years. But I like what you're saying about being supportive. And, we talk about role models. This is what I saw with my parents, and we think my parents married in the 50s. And so then, women were supposed to do this, men were supposed to do this. And my parents were so far out of that norm. I mean, in some ways they did do some of this stuff, but, my mom decided to stay at home mom and all this when she was in college before they met. But then she wanted to do art. My dad supported her. My dad wanted to explore some other, other ways, other projects and stuff he wanted to do to try to make a go of things. And she supported him. And that's what they taught me too, is that you support each other in your dreams.
Right. Because I used to make candles, and I had this thing called Candles by Edie. And I made these cute candles and stuff. And I haven't been making them, but I was just thinking this week about going back into making those, right? And doing these sales and stuff. And I was kind of like hesitant to mention to Judy that this one room we have in the house, which is our craft room, or it's our family room with a big TV and all that kind of stuff, and that I wanted to do my candles in there. And I was real hesitant because I thought she'll probably think I'm nuts, I mean, we have a big house, but it just felt like that's the base I want, And she was just like, she totally, completely got it. She totally understood it. She explained to me that her mother was an artist, and that her mother had different places in different parts of the house that she would do this and do that and do different places and stretch her canvases in certain places, do her paintings. And so she totally understood it. So to be able to have someone in my life that gets it, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah. And it's nice, if you want to make the TV room to do your candles in the TV room, because you've got everything there. You're on the first floor, you're in a family home, you got the windows, you've got the TV, you're right by the door, you got the cats around you. I have a set of drums in the living room, and most people put their drums in the basement. And it was when I lived alone, I thought, I'm not putting my drums in the basement. I live alone. I can put them in the living room, because I don't want to be in the basement playing the drums. I want to be with the windows on the first floor.
This house we have space.
And so, right.
The other house, it was really crap.
Oh, well, when Edie and I moved in together, we did move the drums, but we moved 2 households into a very tiny house. But when we moved here, whether Edie liked having the drums in the living room or not, it's like, well, this is where Judy wants the drums. We have a whole music area, the drums, the piano, the guitars.
Yeah.
Right. And Edie's got, in the TV room, has all kind of set up for the craft that you do, and had the closet filled with stuff for the craft and everything too. It's like, we're able to share the space. I mean, most people our age, they buy a house and they downsize. We got a house and got bigger
But that's
because
only because
yeah.
we took two houses and we put them together. And one day we may come to the point where it's like,
we have to downsize.
yeah, we'll go to a little smaller place. I still have a desire to live on the water. I really hope before it's over and done that I got me some little place on the water, and it doesn't have to be big. Just a 2-bedroom with a dining area and a kitchen area on the lake, on the water. Just because I want 2 bedrooms definitely, so we can have company.
Yeah. And so, they're asking if I'm a musician. I am not a musician.
That's probably one of her hobbies too.
Yeah, I love playing music. I'm not a musician though. I mean, I'm terrible, but I love playing.
So Shannon says, I came out at 37, and I'm now 57. No regrets. Shannon, I totally understand. There's a lot of people that don't get an opportunity to come out. And even though 37 is not old when it comes down to it, because a lot of people are so afraid and so hesitant to come out, So Gina says her girlfriend turns 70 tomorrow. So Gina, is your girlfriend on here? So Gina, why don't you take and make sure that you're following us on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube? Okay. So are you following us, Gina? Are you over there on YouTube too? You are? Okay. What is your girlfriend's name? So, it's 9:00. Okay. That Rachel, I tell you, it's 9:00.
Wow, already? That went fast.
Let's see. Okay. Essie Brady.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday shot. Hooray.
Hooray.
It's what I came to say. Another year older and wiser too.
Hey, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Essie. I'm so jealous. 70. That means you get 70 kisses. You lucky dog, you.
Ooh.
Thank
Let's
you.
practice.
No. Gina. Aw, isn't that sweet?
How about
Thank
one
you.
kiss for 70 seconds?
Gina, this is for
Gina,
Essie.
62.
62. You get 62 spankings.
There you go.
She gets kisses. You get 62 spankings. That's what you get. Let's see. Tori, thank you very much for being the newest follower. And Hope Alive at 25. Hope Alive at 25. That's a cute little name, too. Let's see. When did we meet? We met a long time ago. We actually only met about 11 years ago. And wanted to grow on.
Remember.
So, let's see. Let me get this. I found this really cool box.
Oh, this is what you promised them.
I bought something different, unless there's something else they got going on. I found this really cool box at the Goodwill. While you
introduce this, I'm going to go get my...
Okay. Because we all know I love going to the Goodwill. And I don't go to just any old Goodwill. I go to the Goodwill that has it's called the Goodwill outlet. So it's got these big bins full of just junk, right? And I find a lot of my craft stuff there and a lot of my stuff, so I'm like, thank you, Christina, for being the newest follower. Thank you, everybody, for all your gifts too, So what is in this box is these cute little cards. And Judy hasn't been lucky enough to look into these because she was working and everything yesterday. So I got this box, and so I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to reach inside, and I'm going to pull out a card. Now, Judy has no idea what these cards say. I don't think they're like, I don't know. But we're going to see exactly what this question is. Let's see. Okay, so what I want is when I read this question off for Judy, I want you guys to answer too. Just type it in. Something happened here. I don't know. So I might have bumped it or something. So let's see. Yes, they do it by weight, Gina. Okay, so it says, be able to change the past or see into the future.
Which would you rather do?
Which would you rather do? Be able to see the would you be able to change the past or see into the future? Which one would you rather do? Past or the future?
Change the
Past.
past or see into the future?
Change the past or see
Or
into the
see into the
future?
future.
Good answer there. Don't look. You're
Change.
supposed to tell us what you think. Oh, good answers. Okay, so most everybody here is saying, most of everybody is saying, change the past 100%. See into the future. Past is the past. Let me move this over here. I have to do this thing. Talk, Judy. Talk, Judy.
Oh. Sorry, I'm watching Edie play around with TikTok, and they
I'm
want
not
her to
playing.
put the puzzle. They want her to put the puzzle together.
Okay,
change
well,
the past or see into the future.
well, that was that on that one because we have a whole box of them,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you think? Did you like to change the past or?
Yeah, I was first thinking see into the future, but then I forgot. Well, if I see into the future and it's horrible, does that mean we get to change it?
Well, no, you can't. You can't have both. Oh, that's the ice maker.
But I wonder if we see the future, then we're able to change the course of
So
what
Pickled
we're headed
Cucumber
to.
says, "I'm already in therapy for the past." And then Courtney says, "Oh, you two seem so sweet. My girlfriend and I are loving this live. Thank you very much, Courtney. You want to read anything down there? It's easier for."
The past made me who I am today, so I won't change that. I guess the future it is. That's Shannon, where Nate is saying neither because it would have too much effect on who I am as a person.
Anything else you'd like to talk about too? Feel free to go ahead and bring it up and talk about it and everything. I'm going to do this next one for Judy. Now, these evidently, I didn't know what kind of box of questions these were. Evidently, there's nothing ornery in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. It says, what does your family value most?
What does your family value most?
What does your family value most? So, good morning. So, I mean, what does your family value most? Well, I think her family,
my family, I think values most is time together, the whole family coming together. So they're very, very close. Like to be together.
Okay, Gina says hers cooking and eating together. Let's see, family time, and we value food. I love food too.
What is your family value?
I think time together.
Yeah.
Time together. We do love food, Yeah, so my next one is here. Which social media platform do you use the most?
And why?
Which
one do you use the most, Edie?
Probably Facebook, just because it's on my phone and it's so much easier for me to open up and use, But I love TikTok.
And here we've got crazy family time together, getting to spend time with my wife and kids, and my husband is my family, and somebody has to go.
Amen. Yeah. Somebody has to go. Mm-hmm. Nuh-uh, is somebody being mean? Mm-hmm. Oh no, how can it be mean and when we're all having a good time like this?
Yeah. So, Edie, what is your dream car?
What is my dream car? Let's see. The question is, what is your dream card? What is your dream card on here? So what I did was Judy and I found this box of questions down at the Goodwill, and it's like, let's get deep. And so it says, I've never seen the game. It's 2 players or more, and it's just all these questions. And I just thought it'd be something fun to just kind of pull out. Let's see, TikTok, because I have met a lot of nice people. Okay, Tammy. Sounds good. That's so for anybody that doesn't know us, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy, and together we're the Rainbow Grannies.
We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock Eastern.
And we're here from 8 o'clock through 9 o'clock until about 10 o'clock, just having our coffee on our weekend morning, chit-chatting with everybody out here in YouTube and TikTok land. Glad that you're here. SUV is somebody.
I don't know.
Dream car.
Oh, an SUV. I forgot the question.
Yeah.
An SUV. Oh, okay. Well, I have, let's see. What would be my dream car? Geez, I don't know.
That's definitely a question for you because you care about cars too. You could name each of your car.
I would like to drive, like, I would like to see what it's like to drive a Maserati.
There you
Something
go.
like that. I'd like to see. But my knee's so bad, I probably couldn't handle it. That car would take off and I would be able to get to the brake fast enough.
And I can't even think in terms of having a dream car because I just look at economic. Can I afford it? Is it good on gas?
So Nick Donaldson says he still uses Facebook a little, YouTube for his TV, and Blue Sky is where I post most of my nonsense. Well, you know what? I did get a Blue Sky, what do you call it? A Blue Sky name or
Uh-huh.
whatever. I think I'm Edie Rainbow Granny on there, but I just never figured out quite how to do it. A Jeep Wrangler and eyelashes on
Oh,
my. I hate eyelashes on my headlights. I have a black Mini Cooper, and she's a convertible, and she's
and
a
we've been in the
roadster.
Cooper parade. I mean, not the Mini Cooper
Right.
parade, the Mini parade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really cute. She's down in the garage and stuff, and I've seen where people put eyelashes on them, and it's just like, no, I'm not messing up my Cooper like that.
I
I
used to,
couldn't when I first got it new. You know how Mini Coopers can have those really nice wraps and colors and stuff on
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I couldn't decide to leave her all black or to get a wrap on it or what. So I left it all black. Black convertible,
I
black
can say
leather.
when I was younger, I wanted a Jeep. I really wanted a Jeep, and I wanted a pickup truck. Now I don't even think about vehicles. Well, I think because I live with Edie, and Edie gets the cool cars. Like she gets the pickup truck, so that we can pull the kayak behind it, and all this neat stuff. So I don't even have to think about it anymore. So what's Blue Sky? Blue Sky is it's like Twitter, except it was bought by X, and so a lot of people left X for Blue Sky. And let's see. YouTube because it goes so many directions. So we've got all these different questions now and answering different questions. Oh, here I drove my Honda Civic for 17 years, got a new one 3 years ago.
Congratulations. Here's an icebreaker question. You ready?
Ah,
Do you prefer the beach or the mountains?
that's a tough one because I love them both.
So it's an icebreaker question. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? And if so, why? Both. I know you like both. We all like both.
Yeah,
Beach.
I would say beach too. Mountain
Yeah.
with an alpine lake beach. Oh, there you go. Beach
Oh,
for
stop
sure.
it. You know that I love that. Sounds perfect. Yes.
Yeah,
Mountains
beach.
with an alpine lake beach.
Yeah, I'm
Boy,
from
that's
Ireland, so surrounded by both. Beach, both mountains if I have to choose. Beach because I live in the mountains. Love the
Shannon
sun and
says
water.
mountains.
Mountain because I'll burn and the water has been polluted lately. Mountain, fresh air lake. Mountain because I don't like the feeling of sand or jellyfish. I live
don't-
in the mountains, bit like
Every time we go to the beach, though, I only go in like around my ankles. Anything over that, it's just overwhelming to me. I feel like I'm going to fall down and it's going to drown me,
yeah. So you read Shannon who said mountains. I don't like getting in the ocean or pool. I like mountains because of the birds and trees. Perfect for me. I was at a place where it was in the desert where I had the sea before me and the mountains behind me. Boy, was that gorgeous. But I'm definitely beach because I love going in the ocean. And I hear what people are saying about the mountain with a lake because then you kind of have it all. But I like the ocean. I love the ocean. Here, look, somebody said I love wild swimming. Yeah, that's for me, it's definitely the beach to go and like play in the ocean.
Let's see, just something tranquil about being near the ocean. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when we go, I like a chair where I can sit there and watch people. Nothing compares
And
to
here,
the ocean.
I live near the ocean, so don't want to do anything but kayaking. And I don't
See,
like
maybe because I don't swim. Maybe that's part
maybe.
of it. I mean, I don't swim. I've tried to swim. I can swim just a little bit, but not well enough to handle myself out there in that.
Right, and if
And
you're in a mountain or the lake, you can still go fishing.
And my legs are always weak, So every time I'm gonna tell you, this is another thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for I have a daughter that is almost 6 foot tall and extremely strong. And so every time her and I ever go to the ocean, the waves come in and about knock my legs out from underneath me. And if it wasn't for her, I'd probably just be a memory. So somebody's memory, because she's the one who pulls me up out of there and makes sure that I'm still there.
Oh, now Shannon's got something. It's like the mountains because of the birds and trees, but look at this.
I know.
Ladies in bikinis, though. Love that thought.
I do too. I do too. I like to see how far. I mean, this is sad or terrible to say. I like to see how much somebody's gonna push it. Like, are they gonna go out there with a thong and two little triangles on their boobies? I mean, do you do that? So I'll sit there in my chair as a nice old lady and just watch, and I just watch.
I like being at Rehoboth Beach at the gay men's section of Rehoboth Beach. I love being there because you see all these men who don't know each other offer to put suntan lotion on one another's back. It's like, wow, you can just go up to somebody you don't know.
Yes, people watching is fun.
Lotion.
And then I don't have to worry about drowning. I don't get like sand in all them extra spots. I just sit there and watch. So
Nick says to Shannon, you need a sandless beach with lots of bikini ladies.
Yeah, I think that's called a strip club. That's what we need to do is go to strip club. If I wasn't afraid of getting the COVID before we go on our vacation, I'd suggest that's what we do. I heard today. Okay, wait. Today? What's her name was just on here? I just saw Banana Lady, Senior Banana Lady. If you're still here, Senior Banana Lady sent us a link last week because there's the lesbian roller derby is going on today. So lesbian roller derby sounds like a good time too. Mm-hmm. It's just that we're trying to stay away from everybody right now because as soon as you travel, we get sick every time, or Judy especially gets sick every time we travel. And we're going out for her work, so she can't be sick when she gets there. And
we get sick on the way home, then we do. But we don't always get sick on the way home.
So people go to the beach for other things than the beach. What? Yes.
Well,
yes. We go there to eat nice
here,
snacks.
Now I forgot their name already, but somebody here go to the beach to do yoga and breathe in and out with the waves.
You think so? I go there for snacks and people watching.
I go there to jump in the water and play.
Oh my God, deep fishing. We're talking about doing that when we go up to Seattle. Right. I saw where there's a boat we can go out on and spend, the afternoon out there fishing. And I just, I can't even imagine. I don't know if, even if they do that thing where they dry ice pack the fish and send it, mail it home, we can always have Megan drop it down in the freezer when it gets here. Mm-hmm. Or it'll be in dry ice, so it'll be here for when we get here.
Right, and we probably would do deep sea fishing at the end of the week, so we'll be coming right home.
Right, now I don't know. I mean, if it's cod, I don't know about the fish and how to cook it and everything. Yeah. We could always have my sister come up, which she's a world-renowned chef. Yes. We can always have her come up and fix the fish that we catch. Yeah. So let's see. What's another question here? This is a deep one. If a genie, good, you want to read that? Oh, this is
if a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would they be?
What would your 3 wishes be?
$1 billion.
Yeah, that'd be good. Mm-hmm. Endless money and probably love. I mean, I already have I don't know if I should say what I'd really, really like to have. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say it because look, health, safety, and love.
My first one is endless wishes.
Yeah. 3 more wishes.
3 more wishes.
Be honest, Kelsey. Be honest. Well,
to find my true love, health, and financial freedom.
Let's see. Peace, retirement, funded in health. Oh, that's so nice too. Let's see. Health, a beautiful love, and plenty of time. You know what? I mean, we're pretty darn lucky, huh? Things are going pretty good. And I didn't even find a genie.
Yeah, no more hate in the world.
Yeah, like maybe we
have to worry about money or
maybe
food.
We have to broaden this out of our world and think more about the world.
I thought they always mean like what you want personally. Because otherwise it's the answer that every beauty contest can give. World peace.
World peace. I mean, my kids always say, what do you want for Mother's Day? I say, world peace. Well, we can't get you
just
that.
Pure happiness.
But when they were little and they'd say, world, and I tell them world peace, we can't get you that. I say, well, just for you two to start acting like idiots. That'd be nice. Just don't act like idiots and we'll be all right. No more hate in the world. No one has to worry about money or food. Talk to the animal. If I could talk to the animals, learn their languages. Let's see.
Did you have pets growing up? If so, what kind?
Did you have pets growing up? So, what else are we talking about here?
Yeah.
To finish my 2 children's books, my spicy lesbian romance novel. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get around to it. Hello, Mandy. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Shannon said she had a dog. It was a mixed terrier. Let's see. Gotta get to the vet appointment. Y'all have a... Oh, well, Destin, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Wesley had a dog, a cat, a mouse.
For a short time.
You guys, thank you very much for joining us and hanging out. So,
let's see, I had a dog, a cat, a hamster, gerbils, fish.
Wild Bull yonder had dogs, horses, cats, cows, pigs, sheep. You didn't have pets. You were on a farm. He was on a farm. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, George Chris or Chris George, thank you for being the newest follower. Congratulations. Bang, 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 bang. Woo. So, everybody here, do me a favor. Tap that screen. There's 46,000 likes right now, and we can pull that up to 50,000 before you know it. And Tyler had a dog and a koi fish. So, what did you name your koi fish? What was it called? That's funny. To actually have did it come when you called it? Like, could you go to the pond and say, I want my cat back? Well, honey, there's lots of other ones down at the shelter. I bet you go get yourself a nice little kitten today and have some love. And you guys will be snuggling up, taking a naps by the afternoon. So you had cats, dogs, and rabbits.
I had a friend who had a pet skunk.
Really? Was it one of them ones that was distinct?
I don't know. I know that she would take the skunk out for walks on a leash like a puppy dog.
Tyler has 6 koi fish. We didn't name them, though. Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were official pets. Do you name them and call them to the edge of the pond and feed them?
We got a bunch of fish now in the fish tank, but we don't name them.
Well, when we had those ones, the convict fish, we knew
we knew
Big
who
Daddy.
Who.
Remember,
right.
we had Big Daddy. Because we all know why he was called Big Daddy, right? Let's see.
Dog and 2 cats. We just got a new kitten. Her name is Ava.
Aww. Hey, from Scotland. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? It's good to see you. Let's see. We are thinking about going to the shelter today to meet Malibu and Definitely go. And if you're following me on YouTube or on Facebook, send me a message with the picture so I can see. I love myself some new kitten babies. Mm-hmm. I can't get enough snuggles. Yeah. You love feeding time with the koi fish. I always wanted a koi pond. Me too, but I don't want to clean it. Let's see. I got a Lab Lucy and a Yorkie Bear.
Shannon asked how many hearts we got hit on YouTube. I don't know that we get a total. I just see the hearts constantly going up, floating up, and really thank all of you.
There probably is a total somewhere. We just don't know how to find it. But it shows.
Mandy had tons and tons and tons of pets growing up.
Oh my, yeah. Let's see. I think they self-clean. Oh, because of the plants. Okay, that helps.
And Lit Spider also had all kinds of pets.
So I have a huge aquarium in there, and right now it needs cleaned so bad. We probably don't notice it, but there's probably a smell in the house. So if I put plants, how they have live plants, if I put live plants in that aquarium, do you think that would help clean it? Does that help? Does anybody around here have aquariums? And anybody want to stop up the house here and help me clean it? I'll fix us dinner or something. I think I'm going to put a pork roast in today. I'm going to put that in the crock pot. So we're going to have a pork roast and what's that one stuff you like? Sauerkraut. We're going to have a pork roast and sauerkraut and mashed potatoes. That's what we're having for dinner. And I'm
Wow.
making gravy too to go with it because sometimes the pork roast can be a little bit dry. So today I'm making that so that we'll have that for today and tomorrow. Let's see, Jackie says, me and my wife have 3 rescue cats called Tegan, Lloyden, Zen. They are our world. Jackie, I totally, completely understand it. I have I have Paulo and Bill. Well, he's really Apollo, but I just call him Paulo. I don't know why. I love Paulo, my baby. Anyway, Paulo. Where's he at?
Because somehow when we shorten the name to the nickname like that, it's like a term of endearment.
Yeah, Paulo. Paulo, baby. Mommy love you.
That means instead of calling you Edie, I could say Dee. Hey, Dee.
Well, Judy. George always calls me Ed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in the crock pot and let her just cook away. And by later on tonight, when the sun goes down and we're sitting here saying, I'm hungry. That's what we're having. I should have put it in earlier this morning. I meant to.
Yeah, Desire here said I had a white cat, hard to find.
Yeah, we had one too.
Hey, so we could call, instead of calling, if we want to do a term of endearment, instead of just like Ed or Jude, we could call each other D.
D?
Yeah, because Edie, Judy, see? D.
Okay,
hey,
D.
Just knock off the first syllable. Hey, D.
Oh,
I would never answer, though.
Remember I bought Megan that cookbook thing for
a crock pot?
Yeah. Wonder if she's used it. Probably
Mm-hmm.
not. I should tell her to give it back.
I think we can even look at our own cookbook, what we have there. We probably have a crock pot.
Well, that would involve following a recipe, and I don't do that. You want to bring yourself over a little bit?
Oh, I'm falling off of there. I'm on there, but falling off of here.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
Hey, Jackie. Thanks for being our new follower. So, anybody else want to talk about anything?
What else we got here? Book report of the day. Dancer Dawkins and the California Kid. Isn't that a great title? The title alone makes you want to read the book. Yep. It's full lesbian novel or lesbian adventure novel. It's 2 women who are friends. They're going searching out the one's ex-girlfriend who's caught up in a cult. And so that's the adventure in here. It is true lesbian flavor book throughout. This is written actually by Willyce Kim, probably back in the 70s or 80s, and they, republished the book. Truly, truly great fun reading. I can't put it down.
You can't put it down.
Dancer Dawkins and the California
Oh my God, she
Kid.
just put it down.
Yeah, but see, my hand's still on it.
Oh, okay. And you know what, Mandy, you're right. We have never really looked at the cook. Mandy sent us a cookbook, and we've never really done it because I hate reading recipes. I just like kind of going with the flow. Whatever's in my cupboard is what because my kids always say I make something out of nothing, and that's exactly what I do. Let's see. I would love to send you an LGBT book. Well, you have to do that, and then Judy will show it off here.
That's true. I'll do that.
Let's
see.
And
actually, I have all the cookbooks, but I just kind of glanced at them because I'm at the point where I just.
She said, "What's the name of the book again?"
Oh, we'll type it in too, but it's called Dancer Dawkins and the California Kid. I'll type it in the comments.
Yeah. And also, well, she's typing it in the comments over here. I don't know which one you do.
I'll do it in both.
But also, if you go on our YouTube channel, you'll be able to find it, and she'll put it in there and everything. So, anyway, well, it's 9:30, honey. What do you think? Think we should call it a day?
I think so. I
want to thank all of you for hanging out with us, for answering so many of these cute little questions, for having a good time. Let's see. I got a tub of cookbooks from 50s and 60s. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Some of them are nice. They have a smell. When I think of old cookbooks, they have this smell.
Smell like butter and spices.
The pages
old
just smell
and dusty.
Maybe that's what it is.
Actually, so I have a secret for when we go on to here.
Oh, well, you know what? We're leaving right now. We're leaving TikTok, and we always go over to our YouTube and we tell a secret. So if you would like to hear the secret that's on YouTube, you need to come on over to Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. Somebody type it in on the bottom there. If you go to my
if you go to Edie's profile, there's a link to click right on it, and it'll take you right over here to YouTube. And
so when you go over here to YouTube, make sure you say, I'm here, I'm here,
Right.
I'm here, so we'll know you're here. And in that way, we can go ahead and Judy can tell her secret. Do you need to write that down so you don't forget the secret?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, because I know sometimes,
we forget that fast.
Because we're like our mind is on other things,
Jane is here, Wesley's here.
So we'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, willing, Eastern time, God willing, and the creek don't rise, and we'll have some more fun, and you guys will be on here, and you'll get to see like two old lesbians laughing and having coffee this early in the morning. Make sure you come on over to YouTube. I see I'm here, Jane. I see Wesley's here. I see Nancy's here. See Team Yes is here. Thank you. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. I'm going to keep coming. Yeah. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over to YouTube so we can build our numbers over there for one. And that's mainly why we're doing it. That's why we have you come over to YouTube to come over here and say, I'm here. You type in the screen, say, I'm here. And in that way, good morning, Surviving Anything. Good to see you. Yeah. Then that helps build our numbers with YouTube and helps it grow.
So if anything ever happens with TikTok, we still have where to find her.
Because one time,
Edie, the good Girl Scout.
Well, you remember when they had their nerve, it should be about due. Remember when they shut down TikTok? Because, and they said they would give them like a month or something like that. And when would happen? That'd be almost like, Anyway, don't get me started because we're not allowed to talk about, not that we're not allowed to talk about
we just want to have a
few hours of peaceful and bliss. Time. What are we going to have for breakfast this morning?
I don't know.
Is that part of our secret? Yeah, I'd like to have something good. I haven't had a donut in God knows how long. Boy, a donut sure would be nice.
Yeah, I messed up my diet all the time, and I try on the weekend to not mess it up.
Well, you should wait and mess it up on the weekend when I mess mine up. We should sit here and go into like a donut frenzy. That's what we should do. Just eat donuts and just be sitting there like, where the sugar just goes crazy.
You are so unaccustomed to sugar. You would take one or two bites and be in a coma.
The coma's a bit much, but I probably would.
I would end up eating 3 because it's never too much for me.
Yeah, I have to be careful. But make sure you're coming over. I'm getting ready to shut down the TikTok so we can go on
TikTok. Over. Stay here on YouTube. We're not going away from YouTube. See you TikTok. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Come on over to Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube and say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, so that we will know you're there. Thank you, everybody, for all your gifts and your loving.
So Shannon's still here in St. Louis. Slim's still here.
All right. There we go. And Mandy's still here. So Mandy, I'm going to give you a little shout out here. Mandy is writing a couple books. She's had a few little books. Mandy has a little boy, and Mandy's having a new relationship, with a wonderful person that, she seems to be having a good time with.
And it's very creative because Mandy does, writes a lot. Very creative person. Always got projects going on.
Yes. Yeah. Always doing something. So Mandy, good luck to you, and hopefully it all works out real well.
So, and Nancy had an omelet today.
I want an omelet too.
You do, huh?
Yeah. But we can't go to the restaurant because we're trying to stay away from those places.
For at least 2 weeks. And then we can indulge.
We could get one. We could do that thing where you call them in and then get it and bring it home. But I really don't need it. 1 egg is enough. We'll just fry it and be done.
There we go.
Okay.
So,
do you know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? I don't know the words. Whoa.
Are you avoiding for a reason?
Closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Ooh, say the words I want to hear.
I'm in love with you.
Ooh. Okay, we're ready.
So remember we were talking about cookbooks having.
Wait. I see people here, but they didn't minimize the chat and click on the thumbs up. Can you minimize the chat and click on the thumbs up? Because remember, we're all working for the algorithm here. We're working to make that all happen. I can't, you know. Okay. Anyway, go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. So you were talking about how cookbooks all have a certain scent to them.
Yeah.
Right? So I just read about why bookstores smell so good. And those of us who love going into bookstores and libraries and old bookstores, used bookstores, and they just smell so good, it's because the paper is actually made out of wood and fibers.
Yeah.
It's biological, and it's just so when they start getting old, it starts letting off all these beautiful, beautiful scents.
And that's our secret?
That's our secret.
Oh, good Lord. I was waiting for something really juicy. I was looking for a juicy secret. Anybody else got a juicy secret they want to tell before we go? Anybody got a secret? I mean, I know you were hoping for something juicy too. They was all hoping for something juicy.
But you got to know, Edie's attracted to nerds, and she married one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
A fun fact. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fun fact about the state name Ohio. Since you want to finish that.
Since that's where one of you is from, Ohio is a Japanese word that means good morning. So Andrew said it was worth it. Happy Saturday.
Oh, thank
Team
you so much.
I love the fun fact.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hey, well, thank you very much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click on the bell so that we can send
notifications
each and every time we put up a video. I know we don't put up very many in the daytimes or in weekdays. We mostly just doing lives anymore. But we're having a good time doing our lives, and you guys are having a good time watching them too. Share this lives with your friends and your relatives and all them gay loving people out there, because we want to grow. Wait a minute. What do you, Wesley? Oh, you got to work tomorrow, so you won't be able to be with us tomorrow. Well, guess what, Wesley? You are one of the lucky people that are going to get to watch us being recorded. So thank you very much.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're the tops. You're the big banana. You're the tops. You're the Mike and